Greetings, Mary. So, as I spoke to you through email, I wanted to show the drone, the prototype, and ask you a few questions. So, as I described, with prototype, I used too thick of a stock because I wanted to, incorporate the carving and account for needed thickness. But because of that, the sound edge here, the ramp, the angle came up too thick. So I'm going to thin it down. Now, so the whole idea was the key of D one side, key of A on the other side. With your flute, I'm actually going to place the key of D here because you told me that you play right over left, right? So it's going to be like this, which is I turned it upside down. And my idea was to give you two flutes, two fully functional flutes, and the droning capability. So what is this leather strap? I'll take it off soon, but pretty much the idea that I had, I made a little opening in here in between that would allow one to close. See, it says closed, or with a slide of a thing open. And so open, this would be a cutout in a piece of leather that you would simply be able to play all the holes on the low D side. But the issue that I ran into is that since usually when straps are used to close the holes, there's more pressure created because people tie it down, and so the beautiful idea that I had, I thought that it would be just a matter of turning, you know, turning this piece. I put little metal brass rods in here, and it's tied together with a strap, and one can untie it. But it doesn't seem to be working because there's insufficient pressure to cover the holes. Uh, so this is something I'm gonna keep on working. Maybe something will come, from the ether, and to allow proper closing of the holes no matter what the temperature is, because also when it's cold out, the wood moves, it contracts, leather moves, and so there's constant unsurety about whether this contraption is going to cover the holes or not. But for now, so with the top holes closed, right? The idea would be something like that. And again, the flute is a prototype, and it completely doesn't sound. It's not in tune and all that because of the ramp issues and Philippine mahogany, which is stringy and creates hiss. So you have your regular A on one side. Then playing the bottom holes and the drone. And So I'm thinking about other possibilities. So it could be played as an A, it could be played as a D, uh, D drone with an A. Let me see. The D alternating drone. And then the question that I had for you, um, obviously I can, one option would be, again, keep on trying to do something with this mechanism, which again, this hasn't been done before, which would be awesome, right? One turns the side, the holes are open, and you can play D, and if you want to turn it for a drone, you twist this side again, it's closed, and you play an alternating drone. And the question is, I can leave this gap here, and I'm going to show you how it's pretty much done. So this is untied. Okay, and this slides out. And so this is the gap that I opened up all the way through. So the question would be, I can options, right? So I still create 6 holes on both sides, one option, and I leave the gap. And if this closing mechanism is not perfected, you could use the straps to close these holes. Uh, Second option is I wouldn't have to put the holes here at all, and I wouldn't put this gap down here. Uh, so you wouldn't worry about closing or opening it, But then again, if one thinks about it, even with straps, it's an awesome possibility to have fully functioning D flute. So I'm thinking right now about a third option, which is if you simply wanted a D drone and you would play an A flute over a D, and you wouldn't have to close these holes. It's either to elongate this gap all the way down here so that these bottom holes could be tied also, covered. Um, so these are the options for you to think about and tell me what you think. Okay, so that's pretty much the idea. So this and this area was left for carving. I took the paper feather off, and I was thinking, there's plenty of spaces to inlay your rock. Could be right here, could be right here. I think this is the perfect area for your little stone. And somewhere on the other side could be the badger paw, little badger paw, burnt in or something like that. Yeah, a lot to think about. Now, with this flute, I did the board diameter of, for a low D, 1 1/8 of an inch in diameter, and for yours, I'm actually going to bring it down to 1 inch. This way, it's going to make the flute smaller for you to cover the holes easier. So again, if you have any questions, ask me, and we'll keep on working and keep on perfecting this one. Alright, lots of love and light to you. Bye-bye.